Paralysis. Mission fail. Out of control. Activation ready. Activate secret weapon. Affirmative. Destroy. Kill. Worthless consumer models. Step aside. Eradicate. Good. Reloaded. Level up. Victory. Interesting. Limiter off. Target set. Initiate close range battle mode. Annihilation completed. Chaos Emerald obtained. Loss unacceptable. No competition. Passing. Passed. We are great. Mission acquired. Initiating quick battle mode. You are weak. I'll show you the power of Omega. I am Omega, the ultimate E-Series robot. No need to mention. Continue mission. 10 more to defeat to complete mission. Mission completed. I am Omega, the ultimate E-Series robot. This proves my power. Satisfactory level. Power balance adjustment needed. I couldn't even beat Gamma or Beta. Cruiser battleship destroyed. Suspicious group destroyed. A troop of sentry robots destroyed. Large weapon transporter battleship destroyed. Group of shadow-like creatures destroyed. Sentry robot troop destroyed. Large ultimate battle robot destroyed. Power save off. Full power battle mode on. Shadow. Rouge. Leave this to me. Activating balance servos. Item located. Obstacle approaching. Jump. Minus gravity detected. This is a job for Shadow. This is a job for Rouge. Affirmative. Line up next to me. Danger. Steep grade ahead. Let's go up. Looks like we might be able to go down. Scheduled maintenance overdue. Combat ability of these two are beyond my expectation. R button and L button activate camera rotation. R2 button and L2 button activate camera rotation. Right trigger and left trigger activate camera rotation. Switch camera to leader's monitor with C stick. Switch camera to leader's monitor with right analog stick. Switch camera to leader's monitor with right thumbstick. Press the B button while jumping when in speed formation to attack the enemies with Black Tornado. Black Tornado attacks enemies by swirling them up in the air. Press the square button while jumping when in speed formation to attack the enemies with Black Tornado. Black Tornado attacks enemies by swirling them up in the air. Press the X button while jumping when in speed formation to attack the enemies with Black Tornado. Black Tornado attacks enemies by swirling them up in the air. Hold the A button down to ascend while flying. Press the A button repeatedly to increase the speed of ascent. Hold the X button to ascend while flying. Press the X button repeatedly to increase the speed of ascent. Hold the A button to ascend while flying. Press A button repeatedly to increase the speed of ascent. Use fire combination to attack pressing the B button when in power formation. Multiple strikes when pressed at right time. Final blow deadly. Pressing the A button switches Shadow and Rouge to normal stance. Use fire combination to attack pressing the square button when in power formation. Multiple strikes when pressed at right time. Final blow deadly. Pressing X button switches Shadow and Rouge to normal stance. Use fire combination to attack pressing the X button when in power formation. Multiple strikes when pressed at right time. Final blow deadly. Pressing the A button switches Shadow and Rouge to normal stance. Press B button when jumping in power formation to use fire launcher. I propel Shadow and Rouge toward the enemies. Press square button when jumping in power formation to use fire launcher. I propel Shadow and Rouge toward the enemies. Press X button when jumping in power formation to use fire launcher. I propel Shadow and Rouge toward the enemies. Press the A button after a jump in power formation to use triangle dive. This allows us to glide together. Press the X button after a jump in power formation to use triangle dive. This allows us to glide together. Press the A button after a jump in power formation to use triangle dive. This allows us to glide together. Auto-homing initiated when we're in close proximity of the enemies. Shadow and Rouge will assist me as the support attack crew. Approach a wall using homing attack with Shadow as leader. Press the A button for triangle jump. Use the control stick to change the jump angle. Approach a wall using homing attack with Shadow as leader. Press the X button for triangle jump. Use the left analog stick to change the jump angle. Approach a wall using homing attack with Shadow as leader. Press the A button for triangle jump. Use the left thumbstick to change the jump angle. Press and hold the B button when Shadow is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Press and hold the square button when Shadow is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Press and hold the X button when Shadow is by himself to spin, and release to kick. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the B button when we approach them, with Shadow as the leader. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the square button when we approach them, with Shadow as the leader. Dash along the trail of rings using light dash by pressing the X button when we approach them, with Shadow as the leader. Press the B button when Rouge is by herself to detonate the dummy ring bomb. It stuns approaching enemies. Press the square button when Rouge is by herself to detonate the dummy ring bomb. It stuns approaching enemies. Press the X button when Rouge is by herself to detonate the dummy ring bomb. It stuns approaching enemies. When grinding, use B button for acceleration and balance with control stick. When grinding, use square button for acceleration and balance with left analog stick. When grinding, use X button for acceleration and balance with left thumbstick. Move the control stick left or right and press the A button to jump from rail to rail. Move the left analog stick left or right and press the X button to jump from rail to rail. Move the left thumbstick right or left and press the A button to jump from rail to rail. Activate Team Blast Chaos Inferno by pressing the Z button when the gauge displayed at the top right corner of the screen is full. Once activated, you can immobilize the enemies, but only for the amount of energy in the gauge. Activate Team Blast Chaos Inferno by pressing the R1 button when the gauge displayed at the top right corner of the screen is full. Once activated, you can immobilize the enemies, but only for the amount of energy in the gauge. Activate Team Blast Chaos Inferno by pressing the Z button when the gauge displayed at the top right corner of the screen is full. Once activated, you can immobilize the enemies, but only for the amount of energy in the gauge. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Unable to move. Request assistance. Use force on this device to make items fly through it. Light up the 3 lights on the wide spring and get the item. This is a hint ring. If you touch it, your teammate will give you hints. All 3 switches may have to be activated first. Press the B button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the control stick to push or pull on the handle. Press the B button again to release. Press the square button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the left analog stick to push or pull on the handle. Press the square button again to release. Press the X button to grab the switch once you get close to it. Use the left thumbstick to push or pull on the handle. Press the X button again to release. That target may trigger something if we hit it with a ball. Omochao is the guardian of this gate. Bonus points are earned if all 3 of us go through those giant rings together. That's a checkpoint. Trigger it and you can restart from that spot when you lose a life. The leader's level increases. Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and B button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with control stick. Target direction depends on formation. Press the X button to fire and square button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with left analog stick. Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and the X button to cancel when in power formation. Change cannon direction with left thumbstick. The laser fence is deactivated by turning switch off. The trap triggers the weight to fall down when the shadow is crossed. That weight is triggered by that laser. Don't touch that laser. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the B button. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the square button. This wooden container can be broken by attacking it using the X button. Shadow, you take the lead. Use that pole to go up. Both of you should be able to go up by using the current from that fan. Get ready to use the triangle dive. We can go up by using that current. It looks like those guys are guarding that case. Use the control stick to steer and accelerate. B button to brake, and A button to jump. Use the left analog stick to steer and accelerate. Square button to brake, and X button to jump. Use left thumbstick to steer and accelerate. X button to brake, and A button to jump. Each time the bobsled takes on damage, one character is thrown off the bobsled. The speed decreases if Shadow is thrown off, and if Rouge falls off, the bobsled won't be able to jump. There has to be a switch for this somewhere. The switch to unlock this case is located somewhere nearby. Step aside. I'll crush this with my power. Eggman's robots must be eliminated. I'll eliminate them all. Do they really think they have a chance? Mobility malfunction. Mobility malfunction. Enemies eliminated. Escape impossible. Requesting rescue. That robot is armor-plated. Only I can destroy them. For protection, that robot has retracting defensive spikes. Timing is key. Beware of that robot equipped with a searchlight. If detected, he'll call for help. Shadow, try removing the shield on that robot. Gold Robot is the leader. Get him and the rest will follow. That robot is capable of constraining the mobility of its victim. Must release captive. Once that Gold Robot captures his victim, he'll warp you to another dimension. Be careful. The Gold Turtle's shell is designed to protect him even against my powerful attacks. We have to find another way. The robot's mobility while using its hammer is fairly low. If toppled, it shouldn't be able to get up for a while. Armor penetration impossible. Recommend armor removal. That robot can restore other robots. He also transforms when inverted. Be careful of the robot with a cloak. If he casts a spell on you, your rings are snatched away. Rouge, use Thundershoot to bring down those flying enemies. I'll deliver the final blow. Eggman's robots. Primary target. This is revenge. Time to pay, Eggman. Only option is to give up. If the machine's speed is reduced, it'll be in range to attack. Rouge, I need your help. Let me handle the spinning craft. I'll take care of that Eggman. Eggman is mine. Get out of our way. Well, that's a load off my back. You will be completely eliminated. Force all three of them out of this field to win. Get forced out and we lose. Opponents' travel from the impact of our attack increases as we level up, but we'll be blown back a long distance from their attack if we don't have any rings. Retrieve power cores and rings. Dodge his attack by jumping. Numerous targets detected inside perimeter. Prepare to intercept and attack. Eliminate all Eggman's robots. Activation test unsuccessful. Minimal resistance detected. Affirmative. Second wave approaching. Ready to attack. Initiate pursuit. First, target the cannons. The body can be attacked after that. The cannons that shoot those metal cannonballs are pretty strong. Let me handle it when we attack them. Battle preparation complete. Initiating attack. One less supporter. Now I shall destroy you all. They will attack with Team Blast if all three of them get together. Eliminate one of them first. Some characters are better suited for enemy formations. Make me the leader when the enemies are in speed formation. I'm ready. Robots linked to case. Find item inside to get Eggman. Affirmative. Now to face real evil. Dr. Eggman. Eggman's robots must be eliminated. The weak spot is at the center of its body, and he uses the shield to protect against attacks. Initiate attack on the shield. That robot will charge us once there's enough distance. Be sure not to get left behind. New target acquisition. Sights locked on. Metal Sonic. When the spines land, they become giant pillars. Pillars are indestructible, but can be effectively attacked using wind. Analyze his weakness, then select the most effective formation. Our top priority is Eggman. Don't forget that. No time to waste. Calculating odds. Jackpot. Calculation correct. Acquisition confirmed. Analysis failed. Gambling risk level extremely high on this table. Be careful. Access denied. Rouge, don't forget the objective. Focus on getting out of here. Ball transformation occurs on pinball table and disengages off the table. When in a ball, press the A button to hit it with the flippers. Press the L button or R button to control the flippers. When in a ball, press the X button to hit it with the flippers. Press the L2 button or R2 button to control the flippers. When in a ball, press the A button to hit it with the flippers. Press the left trigger or right trigger to control the flippers. While a ball, moving the control stick right or left slightly changes ball direction. While a ball, moving the left analog stick right or left changes ball direction. While a ball, moving the left thumbstick right or left changes ball direction. Switch activation required to open this door. Affirmative. Breaking through glass, no problem. Stopping the dice from spinning is critical. Press the A button to stop the reels from spinning when inside the big slot machine. Press the X button to stop the reels from spinning when inside the... Press the A button to stop the reels from spinning when inside the big slot machine. The bingo panel number lights up when activated by passing through the gate of that number. Get rings when you get a row of numbers vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Number of rings rewarded are multiplied by the number of balls that enter the giant slot machine. Multiplied cash outs. The number of rings paid out from the slot machine on the pinball table varies depending on the matching symbols. Up to 200 rings are paid out with one ball. Triple that when there are 3 balls in the machine. If Eggman symbols come up and match, you lose your rings. Each bingo is worth 20 rings. Get perfect bingo bonus and get a bonus of 40 rings. Each card is worth a total of 200. All those lights. What a waste of energy. Just a reminder, but bingo! Perfect! Where's Eggman? Eggman must have plans to control the energy. Terminate all Eggman robots regardless of their purpose. Energy reaction detected. This path is moving forward. Eggman's robots are tactically obstructing this path. Energy activated. Retractable shutter confirmed. Search for a switch to activate. Eggman's robots detected in this area. Elimination imminent. Emergency alert. Use the outdoor stairs to evacuate. Electromagnetic barrier generator detected. Destroy all Eggman's robots to deactivate generators. Eggman's robots protecting unidentified machines. Eliminate the robots first. Energy mass approaching. Stay clear of them. Eggman, not here. Search and destroy. Sensors locked on Eggman. Non-compliant intruders will be destroyed. Must eradicate all Eggman's robots. Warning. Immediate destruction if distracted. Primary target detected. Destroy Dr. Eggman. Negative. Enemies detected 200 meters ahead. Initiating battle mode. Eggman energy detected. Ground base up ahead. Affirmative. Affirmative. Sensors jammed. Real Eggman ID not possible. Intercept mode. Complete. Eggman target. Completely destroyed. Prepare to destroy immediate area. You know about cloning. The original must exist somewhere. Detecting a frog in the vicinity. This flower is engineered like a helicopter. Flying vegetation detected up ahead. The wind's taking us straight for that mushroom. Largest mushroom recorded. Unusual living organisms with ability to summon rain have been detected. The Black Frog has the ability to destroy vegetation. Utilize the maximum arch of the ivy, then jump. This is designed to use the flower's mechanism. Flower analysis indicates slight up and down control is possible. Mysterious vegetation is grindable. Dodge that ivy ahead. Shadow, that android must be an alien. Unable to analyze. Beaten by fruits. How weak they must be. It's a giant alligator living in the swamp. Radar unable to detect anything in vicinity. Humidity levels unacceptable. Must get out of here. The horizon has turned upside down. Switch detected ahead. Just follow the torches. The doors opened. Rouge, there's a target switch. Can you handle it? Small foothole in the middle detected. Triggering this switch is unpredictable. Retractable door detected. Those torches seem to be lined up for some reason. Unable to detect a point of entry. Illogical. Find a weak wall and I'll take it down. The unlit torches must be the key. Keep moving as we defeat those ghosts. Unable to analyze the phenomenon of this castle. Those three switches must have something to do with the statues. The trolley controls are identical to the bobsled. Avoid the ghosts. Use the brakes and jump. B button to brake and A button to jump. Use the brakes and jump. Square button to brake and X button to jump. Use the brakes and jump. X button to brake and A button to jump. Anomaly detected in gravity field. Surrounding area unstable. Initiating interior search. Doesn't compute. Illogical. The web is strong. We should be able to grind on it. Detecting 3 altars. Unidentifiable lifeforms detected. Targeting rock. These structures activate and move when motion is detected nearby. Rouge can transport us to the shore on the other side. Cannon may be used to get to the top. There's no hiding from me, Eggman. Primary target is Eggman. Don't forget it. Numerous Eggman robots detected. Prepare attack mode. Emergency alert. Evacuate immediately. Motion sensors have detected a third rock. Stand clear and I'll open it. Ruins are breakable. Let me handle this. Stone pillars on path determined fragile. Be careful of falling debris. I shall destroy all Eggman's robots. Armed and ready. Total destruction for all Eggman ships. Destroy all. Target destroyed. Confirmed cannons attack. Get away from the target marker. Short-circuit the cannons with Thundershoot Rouge. Affirmative. Eliminate all Eggman's fleet weapons. Affirmative. Giant cannon can be destroyed. Most effective maneuver is to use a tornado on the propeller. Gunfire from fleet detected. Prepare for evasive action. Ascend. The E-123. So they're in production. I'll destroy them. Shadow's Rocket XL required to blast through. Gunfire from the fleet detected. Prepare evasive actions again. Securing landing on giant battleship ahead. Securing and preparing to land on next battleship. Descend. Eggman's presence has been detected. Commencing pursuit. Eggman's headquarters detected. Destruction mode engaged. Sensing strong magnetic field. Magnitude off the scale. That thing isn't enough to stop me. I'll destroy it with my bare hands. Large numbers detected, but not for long. Target destroyed. Searching for next target. Sections of the ship are unstable. Keep moving fast. The cannon's power is increased. Avoid its blast. Caution. Large laser weapons detected. 3 laser colors of red, blue, and yellow are detected. Each laser color corresponds to a rail color. Analyze light emission before the cannon fires. Stay clear of the same colored rail. Incoming! Red laser! Incoming! Blue laser! Incoming! Yellow laser! The rail lights up as a reaction to the laser right before it fires. Battleship self-destruction switch detected. Pole detected. Tornado jump possible. Attempt gliding with triangle dive to reach that fan. Locate fan switch and activate. Activating formation. Team blast. Caution, 4 laser cannons detected. Eggman detected nearby. Location directly ahead. We are heading straight for that terminal. Armored train approaching. The direction of that lighted rail can be changed with a switch. Look for the switch. I'll take care of it. You won't be able to destroy it by yourselves. This door does not retract. The only way in is by destroying it. Destroy the duct on the floor and go down from there. We're able to slightly move right and left, even when airborne. Shadow was unleashed as I was. Just who is he? Prepare to infiltrate. This is a high-speed transport tunnel. Roger, leave it to me. Affirmative. Activation initiated. Here we come, Eggman. I'll demolish this base.